How's it going today, guys? Brian here. Working on the 2007 Arctic Cat. Not going to see much of me, which I figure you really don't care about that. Anyway, I'm going to get started today. Taking the shocks off, getting the A-arms off, tie rod off, brake hub so I can get this axle pulled out. This is the side I have to change that seal on. From what I'm seeing in my service manual that I have is that you have to have a slide hammer and a puller to pull this drive shaft out. Now I watched some videos on YouTube, some guys saying that some of these drive shafts have an actual pin inside there where you would shove the drive shaft inward and it would release the little ball that holds it in place. But from what I'm seeing on my model, by this manual anyway, it shows that they have some kind of a device that slides over the back of that thing and then you use a slide hammer to pull it off. Well, I have a slide hammer, but as far as that unit to fit behind it to pull it off, I don't have. So once I get down to that point, then I'll just have to figure out what to do. I just kind of wanted to get back on this thing. I haven't got to get the parts ordered yet. I have found them and they're saved, but the tie rod ends, I got to have new tie rod ends like I'd said before. Replace the seal on this side. Ball joints, found out the ball joints were bad. Got to replace those. I can get all four of them for like 56 bucks, something like that. Tie rod ends, I can get a set of 4 of those for right around $30 some. So, but anyway, let's get started. Let's tear this side off. I'm going to take the shock off and go from there, working just slowly, getting stuff taken apart here. I'm just going to take my time and make sure everything, watch how I take it apart and make sure everything, I don't break anything and nothing breaks, and kind of look as I'm going to see if I find anything else that needs to be replaced. I'm going to try while I have this thing apart. These shocks don't look too bad. A little bit of dirt, a little bit of, tiny bit of rust here around the bottom. I'm going to try while I have them off to, I already, on the adjuster here for the stiffness of the spring, stiffen the spring up, I've already dropped it back down to the lowest point. And I'm going to try to figure out a way to compress these springs without having to go buy a spring compressor. And I don't have to go not even 1/4 of an inch to be able to get this collar out of here and let the shock, the spring come off. Because I'd like to kind of clean them up and shoot a little bit of paint on them. just make it look pretty. Take this out of the way. If you have watched my video, oops, sorry about that. If you have watched any of the videos that I have posted, which I haven't posted very many, I think I'm up to 3 or 4, something like that. I would appreciate it if you like, comment, anything on there you can help me out with, especially this. If you see anything I'm doing wrong or could be doing anything to make it easier, or just to help me out in general, or if you happen to know of a good place to get parts at a reasonable price, go down and leave me a comment. Comment on it for me. Let me know something. I would appreciate it. I want to get this channel going. I really want to get it going bad. Yeah, I do have some obstacles that it's hard, kind of personal stuff. But we're trying to manage and get around it. But it might take me a little longer to get this project done. I would love, once this is done, well, I have other projects around here that need to be done badly. And but down the road, eventually, I would love to get me a bike project, a dirt bike, a 450, and do a total tear down on it, fix it up the way I want it. So that's my plans for the future, I hope. I've got, after this, I get this thing done back together, I've got my wife's side by side, I've got to do some work on it, and then my father-in-law's side by side, I've got to do some work on it and try to figure out what's going on with that thing. And take care of the property while I'm at it, tractors, all that good stuff. There's always something around here to be fixed, that's for sure. Just trying to clean a little bit of this crud off here, that the pressure washer that I didn't get that was behind the wheel, just to inspect this line. But it looks really good. I don't see any kind of it's like a steel braided line with a coating over it, and there's no places in it whatsoever. It looks really good. I'm happy with that, that's for sure. Alright, less talking, more working. I don't know how any of you guys do it or not, but whenever I take one of these cotter pins out, I always go ahead and replace it with a new one, because where they've been bent, they weaken. And you don't want one of them things coming out and a nut backing off or something and throwing you over the handlebars. Or just causing you to break down, period. But more than likely, you'd probably get thrown over the handlebars if a bolt backed out of like the tie rod in where I took that off, that bolt backed out of that, man, I'd go for a ride. So you definitely want to make sure you put a new one back in there on that. Alright, let's get this brake caliper off here. hold on to anything. More noise. We need to clean this unit up a little bit. I thought my brake pads were totally shot. I got new brake pads put on it. I thought these were totally shot, but they actually have a decent amount of pad left on them. I'm kind of shocked, but new ones will be going on it. Use me a little bungee cord here, hold this brake caliper up so it's not dangling on that line. That should be good. Let's go get this off there. Need me a little tool tray. Yep, that tire rod there, look at her, the boot's falling all apart. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but got a big hole in it right there. And it don't look like there's a lick of grease in it, which don't surprise me. There's a little bit of play in it. Alright. Let's see if we can't get them bolts out of there now. Let's see what size that is. 13. A lot of dirt built up in that. Did I say I can't hold on to anything? Let's get the bolt cleaned up and inspecting it while I'm doing this, just so I can check it out and make sure everything's good with it, which looks good. Now, next thing I should do is find a socket and get this big nut off here. Hope that I have one that big. If not, I'll have to see. Oh, that's the biggest I got right there. Huh. That's bigger than a 1 inch, that's for sure. Well, yeah, it's bigger than a 1 inch. That's the biggest I got. So we'll have to try old handy dandy crescent wrench. And if that don't work, then I'll have to go over to my father-in-law's, because I know he's got some bigger stuff over there. Yeah, that thing will turn on me. That's what I was afraid of. Let's get a little bit of persuasion here. Let me try to put her in gear, see what happens. I don't know if that's going to do it or not. Nope. That's not going to do her either. Or did it? No, it did not. Well, try one other thing here. Break out the trusty pry bar. Man, that sucker is tight. Ah, man. Huh. Can't even get that to break loose. See if I can find me a little more leverage. I'm coming back, I promise. I had to find me a piece of steel here. See what that does. I know it's not much longer, but we'll give me a little bit. Ah. Man, that sucker don't want to budge. Well, I guess I could leave. Just leave that axle in that end of it, see if I can't get it pulled out. Just take the A-arms loose and go from there, see if I can leave it as one unit. It's getting late here and I don't want to go over, try to get anything, get in his garage to get any tools out, because I would probably get shot. So, yeah, that thing didn't even budge. And I know I don't have a big enough socket over here. I went through everything I had, so I'll have to get one off of him. Well, I'm not going to get in a big hurry because, like I said, I haven't got to order the ball joints yet. I've got them ready to be ordered. I definitely don't want to tear anything up and make any extra bills for me, or have to add to the parts list rather. So I reckon I'm going to call it right there for tonight, I guess. So, well, anyway, you guys got to see me get it started. Tearing this piece of junk apart. No, just kidding. I'll tell you one thing interesting I found out about this four-wheeler. I happened to sit down here today and I was looking around, looking at stuff. I was in here looking when I saw in my service manual that I needed a special piece to go over that to pull that, or at least that's what the book's saying. I was sitting here looking at the engine and happened to notice on the cylinder right here, it says Suzuki. And this is an Arctic Cat. So I guess it's an Arctic Cat with a Suzuki engine. If any of you guys know, leave me a comment. Let me know, you know, if I guess they got some of their engines from Suzuki. I reckon. I don't know. Just kind of, I thought it was kind of weird looking there and seeing that Suzuki on that cylinder. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, comment, leave me some comments. Tell me how I'm doing. Tell me if I'm doing good, doing bad. Yeah. If I should just flat out stop doing it, or, you know, give me some feedback. I'm a big guy. I got big shoulders. I can take it. Just try to be respectful. I try to be respectful of anybody I meet. All the guys I follow on YouTube, you know, I watch their stuff and occasionally, one guy commented on, he races hair scrambles, GNCC and different things. And one of them I was watching, he had bent his shifter and he couldn't shift. All he had was first gear. So he pulled out his pack and pulled a little wrench out and tried to take the thing off. Just tried to loosen the shifter up enough to where it would move out where he could shift it. And it ended up that it moved it out so far that the shifter just dropped down all the way. It wasn't on the splines anymore. And one thing we used to do back in the day when I'd ride is I would carry a tire tool with me. A motorcycle tire tool. I'd carry that in my pouch because you use that thing. It was just long enough that if you bent a shifter lever in or whatever, you could get up under there and pry it and get it back out where you needed it. And so I left a comment and commented, to do that. And don't know whether he saw it or not. I'm sure maybe he did, and hopefully he liked it. But yeah, I don't know everything about everything, and don't claim to. And can always use help on stuff. Any suggestions, like I said, anything like that, leave me some comments, leave me some feedback. I'd appreciate it, guys. Well, y'all have a good evening. Thank you. See you shortly. Hey, and go fix something while you're at it.